What's up, everybody? Vaughn here, comic book creator. Got another lovely review for you guys today. A long overdue review, actually. I really should have done this a long time ago, so I apologize to the Quaff in advance, and that's how I know him, as the Quaff. Why? Because he's got a fabulous head of hair, a beautiful coif, if you will, that you could land an aircraft carrier on. It's so smooth, so beautiful, so big, so powerful. And the Quaff made a book, my friends. The Quaff made a book called Shotgun Samurai. And Shotgun Samurai is the story of a samurai who don't play by the rules. He is a gun-toting badass in an era of honor and swordsmanship and all that stuff that he doesn't give a damn about. And so I'm going to give you guys a review about it for it today. This is the cover. I think there's other covers too. It is a book by Akamoto Bello. It sounds like a Japanese and an Italian got together and made a beautiful little bouncing baby. I don't know if that's the Quaff's real name. If it is, cool name. And if not, nice pen name. Art by Jose Garcia on this. Jose Garcia, someone he appeared a long time ago, a few years back, I guess now, and he just started doing art for all these cool indie comics projects and people, and a lot of people that I know, which is pretty been interesting. And I even got to write a book that he drew later, which was really, really an awesome experience. He's a really cool artist and does a lot of cool work and works at a rapid rate. So good for him. So I think he found a pretty cool artist for this project. It's called Shotgun Samurai Legends. All right. All right. He was kind enough to send me this digital copy. And let's get into it. All right. You don't have to do this, brother. Open up classic Japanese samurai swordplay film. Okay. There's a whole genre in Japan of samurai swordplay films. I think they're called Chambara films or Kambara films. I'm totally butchering that, aren't I? And everyone's cringing right now. Chambara films, Jambakra, I can't remember, something like that. And it just basically means swordplay films. And they have these great tropes to them in shots where you get these guys standing off in the tall grass and it's all badass, you know. So I thought this was a good, compelling intro, good, compelling opening. And then we go right to shabam, double page spread. Shotgun Samurai is just unleashing his gun, and this guy's dodging out of the way as all these bullets fly at him. At first, I couldn't even tell what was going on, and that's kind of one of the things about Jose's art that is hard for me. So he does a lot of things with big, dynamic, deep angles, and while that's wonderful, sometimes I get confused by it because at first I thought this guy was blocking it with something. But I think what's really happening is he's just going, whoa, and dodging out of the way while this guy's trying to blow him away with a shotgun close range. If you miss with a shotgun at this range, I don't know if you deserve to be the Shotgun Samurai, because look at this range. Look at this. Can you see this? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? You don't miss with a shotgun in that situation. Anyway, maybe because they're brothers. We've got that nice tension at the beginning. You don't have to do this, brother. You know, maybe he's not ready to kill him right away. And he kind of missed. Then he jumps with his giant oversized knee that almost looks like a pregnant belly here. He says, "You're using the dragon's breath on me? Why?" "I'm sorry, but this is the path I must take." So it's classic hardcore badasses with swords and gun, in this case, standing off, kicking ass. Boom, we flash back to several years ago. This is where these two first met. We don't know why they're fighting. It doesn't have to be this way type thing. So now we're going to see how they met. A horse and carriage is out with armored guys. "Sir, is it him?" "Those flip-flops and that shotgun. It has to be. I recognize those flippity-floppities anywhere." I love this page, the way it plays out. This was really good. This takes me back to classic samurai films. So I'm pretty sure our friend the Quaff here I'm going to just informally call him that instead of his name on the book. I hope that's cool. Our friend the Quaff, he is utilizing classic Japanese style tropes and film angles to give us that cool samurai sword style feel for his own story, which I think is great. So here he basically, you see the camera, you know, of him walking away further and further. And then, you know, he's walking down the road with the tall grass and all that cool stuff. And then these guys come in and are like, "You will show me." So the fight is on. They don't even want to just talk to him. Like, and he's ignoring them. So now the fight is freaking on. Please leave me. I have no qualms with you. I just want to live my life in peace. Then show me the sword, or else I'll leave you in pieces. Get him. So fully armored samurai show up, and he draws his gun is in the same style that a samurai draws his sword, which is cool. I think that works really good for the character. Then you see this bizarre demonic dragon thing, and here, boom, you see. And then we cut to the next page, and we don't see what happened from the boom. I don't get it. Did he not shoot? Why does it say boom here? That's confusing. It doesn't work. It bugs me. It makes me think he shot his gun, and that those dragons were just part of the power coming off of it, or some sort of symbolic nature thing. Then it's which is him cocking the gun. What's that? And he slashes at him, cuts his hat, and then he's still positioning his gun as if it's a sword, which is really cool. It reminds me of an old school samurai film type scenario. And look at that. He's holding it like a sword, turns around, and then one of the guy's heads explodes. I don't know when he shot it. I guess he shot it earlier when it said boom with the dragon. This guy's brain suddenly explodes. So the stories are true. I guess I'll have to handle this myself. So they have this fight, and some of the this seems to be something Jose does. Some of the angles he picks confuse me as to what's going on, and it doesn't read. So I think Jose and the people who hire him, you got to look out for that and make sure that it reads better, so I know what's going on. I kind of don't know what's going on in this first panel. It looks like they shot past each other again. He turns the gun around on him. He's holding it backwards, and he just fires on him, and then the sword gets blown up here, and then it looks like he moves in and pulls out. Look at this weird action on the cufflink for no good reason. There's tons of action on his cufflink of his jacket. I don't know why. But so that's your secret. And he pulls out a knife, was what it looks like. But this is kind of confusing visually in terms of the way the panels were laid out. I don't really like that. You're going to have to fix that. And he basically, I don't even know what's going on in this panel either. See, there's just weird, I don't know what's going on with the face, the hair. What is this action pose? There seems to be, while Jose is really good at action in a lot of ways, in other ways, he's very confusing at it. And I think needs an editor to go, okay, that works, that doesn't work, redo that. The strength of a dragon, seems more like a parlor trick to me. So he defeats Shotgun Samurai and gets a knife to his throat. Who are you? I'm your ticket to freedom. So he basically he says, we don't have to fight. You can leave this lifestyle behind, and we can have a united Japan. And he's like, how? And he's like, I work for powerful people, but we got to do a mission first. And Shotgun Samurai apparently agrees, because in the next page, him and a bunch of ninjas are about to attack a castle. And that bothers me. I think that's something that's missing from the book. What's missing is Shotgun Samurai's motivation. He wants to live in peace. Well, then why would he agree to do a mission where he attacks a castle so easily? Wouldn't he fight with them about it? Or is there a reason he would join them? Maybe Shotgun Samurai does want a united Japan. Why? Let me know. What is his motivation? You guys left that out. I want it. I want it. And I'm telling you guys, like, without his motivation, he's just a cool guy with a shotgun weapon that he uses to blow everyone away that messes with him. Like, that's it. He needs more, Why does he want a united Japan enough to help these people he just met, So they go to the castle. Shotgun Samurai, he don't give a fuck. He's the honey badger of samurai. He's the guy with the giant shotgun. He walks right in and blows everyone away. He blows up the door. He blows up everything. He doesn't give a shit. And I think that's awesome. That's his character. His character is, you guys play by the sword. I play by the gun. I don't give a shit about making noise. I don't give a shit about causing chaos. Excuse me. Chaos coming out of my stomach right now as I'm trying to do this review. So what are we going to do after this? He blows everyone away. It's awesome. It looks awesome. He doesn't care about the swordsmanship. And then the guy he's teamed with takes out the Lord and kills his ass. And the ninjas are like, the ninjas are freaked out by it. And everyone's like, you were supposed to be quiet, And he's like, news to me. I didn't know. And I'm just kind of going, look, if you guys were doing a mission together, if you were seriously doing a mission together, then you would have been told we're going in quietly. Okay. He says, now we don't want to cause. He starts to tell him, like, we got to be quiet. And then Shotgun Samurai runs away. So he does try to tell him at least. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like he would have been told about the mission before they're sitting there staring at the castle. They would have been told on the way over. And he sees the ninjas. So obviously it's going to be a stealth mission. But it's funnier when he doesn't care, We're ninja. He's like, first I've heard of this. I don't care. I'm loud. I get it done. And then we see who the ninjas and now Shotgun Samurai work for, and it's this creepy masked, evil looking fuck. He looks more like a villain than he is a good guy, which is probably the point. He's probably a cool villain that will show up, Shotgun Samurai may have to take on later. And something that's bothering me about it is I still don't know what his motivation is by the end. It's about 23 pages or so. And we don't really get enough. And it's not like you have to tell us everything. You don't have to, but with just one line or maybe one panel flashback or something, you could have left us breadcrumbs, like a trail that makes us want to learn more about your character in the story. Okay. He's obviously desired for his power, for having that shotgun. They call it the dragon sword. It has the power of dragon's breath or whatever is what they refer to it as. And that's cool and all. But why does he have a gun? Why does he choose a gun? What would have been cool to me if he said something like, you samurai see your swords as a reflection of your souls. Well, I see this gun as a reflection of mine. That would be so cool. Something that shows us why he likes the gun, why he doesn't mind being loud, why he doesn't see it as dishonorable in a world full of Japan is super into honor. They're so into it. Why does he not give a shit? Or at least give us hints. You don't have to tell us the whole thing. I know that's a lot to do in 23 pages, but hook us with little kernels about the character being revealed, even in just one line of dialogue along the way. Leave us a breadcrumb trail. We will follow it. We will enjoy it. This is the final page. He will return. Awesome. I want him to return with more motivation. I want him to return with why he's a gunner in a world of swords who doesn't mind being loud as shit. I want to know why he's the way he is. And you don't have to tell us his whole backstory and do some big arc or anything. Just give us those breadcrumbs. Give us little setups and payoffs. All right. It's not easy to do. It's trickier to do than people think for a writer and to make it look smooth. But once you do it, I swear to God, we get locked in. We want to read more Shotgun Samurai. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning into this review. I think Jose's art overall is quite good. I think the use of Japanese tropes and samurai style film angles is quite excellent and awesome to look at and puts me into the genre. Sometimes Jose's art, in terms of the action, fails to read properly to where I know what's going on, and any kind of confusion for the reader is not something we ever really want. That's one of the flaws there. The colors, pretty good overall. I would say above average. I would say good colors. The writing, simple, slick, but it's lacking in giving us those important things about our character that make us interested in him. Why is he wanted? Why is everyone looking for him? Just little things like that. It's because he has the power of the dragon's breath, so they just want to use him for their own means or whatever. It's kind of confusing. It's a little too vague, but the simplicity of the writing is good. A lot of people forget to keep it simple, and they did here. They really did. They kept it simple. They kept it samurai style, and that's cool. So overall, I think this is something that could have been better. I think it could have been more of a hook for me to get into this character if we knew motivation, if we knew why he's the way he is, at least a little bit. You don't have to reveal all. Okay. Why does he care about a united Japan? That's a big plot hole for me because I'm he joins their team. He starts killing people in a castle for them. Okay. Why? Why does he care about a united Japan? I thought he wanted to live in peace. Guy who wants to live in peace might not want to get involved in the whole revolutionaries fixing Japan, type thing. So that's something to think on for the next book. I want you guys to do that. Best of luck to you. I will read the next book. And I will probably think about this more later. Look at that. He leaves the place all gory and messed up. He's a cool character. It's just he hasn't hooked me yet. You haven't given me a reason to like him. We need that motivation for why he wants to live in peace, why he uses a gun, why he cares about our united Japan. Why does he care about anything? Right now, he's just a guy who uses a gun and messes people up. And so let's get deeper, guys. Let's get deeper. So I appreciate Quaff in his awesome hair for giving me this book to review. I hope my critiques can help him to make an even better book in the future. Looking forward to it, Quaff. Keep it up. You got a pretty good artist here, and you're doing cool things, cool visuals, cool ideas. Time to hook us with them. All right, buddy? I appreciate you. And thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm going to do more reviews like this. Currently got a campaign on Indiegogo for Monster MD Collected Edition. You're going to want to get that. If you love Monster MD and you love it and you're a fan, you're going to want it. If you've never read Monster MD, you're going to want to get it. It's incredible collected edition, hardback. It's going to print soon. You're going to want it. What else is going on? I'm going to be announcing more books that I'm going to be working on this year and releasing this year. We've got a lot for you from Rising In Comics, and I'm going to do more reviews. I hope people enjoyed this one. So have yourselves a good evening, and I appreciate you tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. Stay true, guys. Stay true.
Von's Haunted Castle.